Confessed by throw 392 away 392 on Reddit. I purposefully gave my younger brother head lice when I was 11 or 12. I'm really ashamed of this, but here we go. When I was younger, aged 11-12, I discovered that I had head lice after dealing with an itchy head and finding the bugs in my hair. For some reason I was super ashamed and embarrassed to go to my parents about it, so I stayed quiet and instead picked out and dropped some bugs into my brother's hair so that my parents could discover it. As I expected, around a week or two, my memory fails me, he was complaining of an itchy head and my mom discovered his head lice. She then checked me too and discovered that I had it too. I acted shocked. We got treated that same day. This memory randomly popped into my head today and I nearly died from shame. I think in my young brain I felt really dirty to have head lice and didn't want to own up to it. Confessed by I love music some on Reddit. I used to go through my mom's text messages as a kid. When I was in 5th grade I desperately wanted a phone. My mom used to let me play games on her phone and at first that's all I did, but then I started to get bored of that and went through her text messages. Sometimes I would find stuff out that I wasn't supposed to know. I would especially go through them around Christmas time to see what she got me. I completely invaded my mom's privacy as a child. Confessed by il_ask_you_y on Reddit. I told my teacher this kid had a knife when I knew he didn't, but he got expelled anyways. I was in 9th grade and I was getting bullied a lot by a lot of people. One kid in my geography class wasn't the biggest jerk, but just one I wanted to get rid of. After class one day I slipped my teacher a note saying he had a knife and threatened to use it on me if I didn't give him my notes. My next class I got called into the principal's office to explain the situation. They asked me to describe the knife and out of panic I freaked and said black with a green spotted pattern. In a coincidence his best friend had one that fit that description. They found weed in the guy I told on in his backpack and this was their 3rd offense, so they both got expelled. I have no idea what happened to them and nobody found out I was the one who told the staff about the knife. It didn't make my life a whole lot better, but at the time it felt good to return some of the crap I got. Looking back now I don't know why they searched his friend's backpack. Edit, I love y'all calling me a snitch and how I'm just as bad as the bully. I can only think the people who are so outraged over this story on the internet are the same type of kid that got expelled. Confront this kid wouldn't have worked. Nobody in the history of ever stopped fucking with somebody cause they talked it out. I was getting bullied for years by this kid and I know a lot of other kids were. What was I supposed to do? Hey bro. I know you've been bullying me for 3 years and you bully a lot of other people I know, but it isn't cool. Wanna stop? Confessed by Lorna OK91 on Reddit. I sped off in my car, with a young man hanging from my door handle. I 31F was collecting my 24M brother from a night out and his 2 friends both 20M, they got in the car and this young man opened my car door and tried to pull my brother out. He was very drunk, incoherent and started swinging into the back seats. Without thinking I took off, he chased and grabbed the door handle as my brother tried to close it, so I kept going until he fell off. I felt so bad, but I was so scared my brother or his friends would be really hurt. My sister, also in the car in the passenger seat, said he fell flat to the ground but was getting up as we were turning the corner. I feel bad for not stopping to make sure he was okay, however my legs were shaking as he was so aggressive. Confessed by Optimus__Sublime on Reddit. I used to steal toys as a kid because we were poor. When I was about 8 to 9 years old we were quite poor. Single mom, busting her ass for 3 kids and the lack of dollar was always apparent. I don't know why, but it triggered a lot of shame as a kid when I'd be around other kids at school or at friends' houses and they'd have all of this cool new stuff. Anyways, when we would go grocery shopping I'd sometimes steal toys. Pog and action figurines were what I'd take. I think at least a dozen times I stole Pog and probably 4 or 5 action figures. I remember enjoying the feeling of having some new toys to show my friends when they came over to play. Never got caught. When mom asked where they came from I would tell her a friend had loaned them to me or an auntie I saw every few months gave me a present.